How you doing? This is Joel Adamus with Honda of downtown Chicago again, and I just wanted to share my tech tip of the day. So now that we are in the winter, and it's getting darker outside sooner, it's getting colder outside, there's a lot of things that some people just don't realize that they have to maintain and take care of on their vehicle to make sure that they make it safely through the wintertime. One of the things that you always want to check is your lighting, your headlights, your high beams, your tail lights, your brake lights. So there's several lights that illuminate. You have a turn. Some cars are equipped with a turn signal on the side of the car. It's called a side marker bulb. You want to make sure people are able to see you in the wintertime when you're making a turn. You want to make sure your rear tail light turn signal is working as well. You want to make sure that your headlights are functioning properly, because in this time of year it gets darker sooner outside in the wintertime, and it's hard to see oncoming traffic. So not only do you want to make sure you're able to see oncoming traffic, but you want to make sure they're able to see you as well. Another smart tip that you want to consider for the wintertime is your gasoline and your windshield washer fluid. Now, most people would wonder, what does my gasoline and my windshield washer fluid have in common in the wintertime? Well, you want to keep those reservoirs full because they do have a tendency to have a little bit of water that builds up inside them. That water can freeze when you have less fuel or less washer fluid inside the tanks or the reservoirs themselves. So sometimes you'll notice in the dead of winter, you'll go to use your washer sprayers and they're not functioning well. So you can get water buildup inside both tanks, so the fuel tank for your gasoline and also in your washer fluid. So make sure you keep those extremely full, or at least half a tank at minimum at all times, to avoid a lack of fuel, the car not starting, and to avoid a lack of water. So during the winter time, one thing that's vital for your car is your tire pressure and your tires. So you want to make sure, number one, that your tire tread depth is above 4/32 of thickness. New tire starts off between 9 and 10. At 4, you lose about 60% of your stopping power and your ability to brake on time when you have about 4/32 of tire tread left. You also want to make sure that your tire pressure is above 30 to 32 pounds to make sure you have plenty, because every time the temperature drops about 10 degrees, you lose about a pound of air pressure. So you want to make sure that either A, you can switch to nitrogen, which has bigger molecules, or B, make sure that you keep your tires full throughout the entire winter to make sure you don't have a flat tire. You don't want to get stranded on the side of the road looking for someone to help you out to change a tire. It's very dangerous and it's not fun. I've been there before. Another item that you always want to make sure is fully functional in the wintertime is your car battery. Extreme cold weather will definitely affect the starting of your vehicle. The cells in the battery get a little weak with cold weather, as they do with extremely hot weather as well, which most people don't understand or don't realize. In the summertime, hot weather does too, but especially in the cold, you want to make sure that it is your battery is well charged. Get it checked out. If it's old and you know that you've been told that your battery was weak in the summertime, you might want to get it checked out before the winter hits to make sure that it starts up every single time that you fire up your car. Super important. And you want to use a Honda battery. Honda batteries are covered for a 100-month warranty at any Honda dealership anywhere in the country. Also, in the wintertime, you want to make sure that your front defogger and your rear defroster for your windshields are functioning properly. That way you have a clear sight front and back when you're driving in inclement weather. So double check those things, make sure they're working. If they're not working, you can contact us here at Honda of downtown Chicago. We'll be more than happy to take a look at it for you. And last but not least, most people who drive a lot, who find themselves on the highway a lot, I'm a strong believer in this, have some kind of a survival kit inside of your car. Something with a blanket, a tire gauge, a small shovel, things that you're going to need, flares, hazard signs that you can put on the side of the road in case you find yourself stranded. But you want to make sure that if you get stranded and no one's around to help you, that you're going to be able to make it until someone is actually coming out to help you. So hopefully that never happens and your car's running in tip-top shape. You take really good care of it, and that will never have to be your problem. But it's always good to be prepared. I'm a firm believer in that. And the great thing about everything that I'm telling you right now is that if you stop by Honda of downtown Chicago, we do a free multi-point safety inspection on every car that comes here. We test your battery, we check your fluids, we check your brakes, we check your tires, we check your suspension, your exhaust, all of your lighting, to make sure that before you leave out the door, your car is safe and ready for the road. And don't forget, here at Honda of downtown Chicago, if it's broken, we can fix it. Have a great day.